A worrying, wobbly week. I'm Stuart Hughes with your Bees Bulletin. Our meeting with Coventry was a must-win, but the fears of Bees fans began to rise as soon as the team sheet was released, revealing that Ivan Toney had picked up an injury that's likely to keep him out for the next 3 or 4 games. "I'll be back very soon, don't worry," he tweeted. But that was easier said than done. Although the wind and the pitch played its part, there was no excusing the performance on an afternoon which began with us reverting to unwelcome type by conceding the opening goal. David Raya did well to stop Callum O'Hare putting the Sky Blues 2-0 up after 27 minutes, only to blunder after the break.
Raya trying to play the ball out here, just straight back to O'Hare. Now looking to spin, shot comes in, it's 2-0. Tyler Walker with a second. All from Raya's poor goal kick. He launches it back upfield, and that's so careless from Brentford. And the one thing they didn't want to do is concede early in the second half.
Can't believe what we're witnessing today. Poor second goal. It's showing that sort of soft underbelly that's been around us for this last week, it seems. We're not at it. We're not good enough on the ball at the moment.
Brentford were unrecognisable from the side that went 21 games unbeaten, ragged, sapped of self-belief and desperately needing the leadership and experience of senior injured teammates. Thomas Frank's expression in the technical area alternated between anger, frustration and bewilderment, emotions that were shared by Marcus Gale.
This is another tough one to take, but we didn't deserve anything out of the game. We didn't create anything, didn't have the right quality. We kept mentioning the conditions and that. We didn't adapt to them. So, therefore, you don't deserve anything out of the game if you don't apply yourself in the right manner.
David Raya freely admitted his second-half mistake, but insisted the last 3 games are just a blip in a long, hard campaign.
Not the best balls into midfield, but that's the way we try and play and put my hand up. I said in the dressing room, this is not going to last forever. Things are not going our way. That doesn't make us a bad team from overnight. We showed what we're capable of. We won 21 games unbeaten, so you get those weeks in the season, you get tough games in the Championship. That's why it's the most competitive league in the world, in my opinion. Anybody can beat you, and that's what happened this week. So there's no time to dwell on things and on the performance. We have to learn. We have to go again on Wednesday and get the 3 points. We know what we're doing game by game, and then we have to focus on the next game.
And Thomas Frank did his best to lift morale.
I think it's in these moments where one of our biggest values, togetherness, need to show, because it's only together we can get out of the sticky patches of the sticky periods, and we are definitely in a spell like that right now. We're all frustrated, but we need to take something away from this, and we need to learn from it. Sometimes in life and football, it's not going your way. It's not going our way the last 3 games, but we are not becoming a bad thing overnight, not at all. So we just need to keep believing, keep going.
While we wait for further news on the extent of Rico Henry's injury, the only consolation of the day was the 3 points dropped by Swansea, who had their own shocker against Huddersfield Town. But there are still 45 points to play for, starting with Sheffield Wednesday in the midweek game at the Brentford Community Stadium. For the Owls, that encounter won't now feel quite as daunting as it would have just a few days ago. For Bees fans, though, the opposite is true. That's your Bees Bulletin. Listen wherever you get your podcasts from or through your smart speaker, and get all the latest Brentford news first and fast by following Bees Bulletin on Facebook and Twitter.